Okay, here we are into June, my friends. I've taken 1 week off. That means maybe you've caught up, maybe you haven't on what you might have been missing in the videos beforehand. If not, then here we go again. We're going to get right back into it with mobility. Obviously, that's what we always start with, right? I hope your physical experience, meaning your fitness adventure, is going well. Remember, if you have any questions, concerns, or desires, things that you might want to see or issues that you might be working with, if you guys comment or send me a message on Patreon, I would be more than happy to actually make a video that's going to direct mobility or an exercise of some sort to be able to work with what issue that you may be experiencing. So let me know. Hit me up. I'd be happy to oblige. First thing that we're going to do today is get into an area I don't think we've actually gotten into before. This is going to be called, essentially the area is C7, cervical spine 7, okay? That means the 7th vertebrae down your neck, and you're going to use a double ball here. Now, to find that last vertebrae in the neck where it goes into the thoracic spine, it's called the CT junction, so where the cervical spine meets the thoracic spine. And typically, if you reach your hands to the back of your neck and you find the vertebrae, meaning the bump per se, that sticks out the most, that's typically C7, okay? Now, maybe you can see it in the video here on myself. As I drop my head, it's this vertebrae right here, this protrusion out of my neck. Now, the reason why this area is important to work on is because when we're in forward-leaning posture, where we're on our computers or riding a bike, what will happen is our head will tend to tilt and dive forward like this, or drop down like this as we're looking at our phones. And what happens is the ligaments at the CT junction, C7 and T1, those ligaments that connect the vertebrae will actually get overly lengthened and stretched out. And then a lot of imbalances happen in that area. Shoulder issues end up happening, or further neck issues end up happening down the line, which is obviously what we don't want. So with a double ball, this is a softer double ball. I also have the more firm double ball. This is the Gemini. It can be done with either, so I can show you with both. But as I already showed, CT junction, find it. You're going to put the double ball right on either side of that protruding vertebrae. And then you're going to lay back with the balls right there on either side. Okay? Now from here, not too bad from here. I mean, maybe it might be painful for you, it might not. But then we can play with a couple different things. I can lift my arms over my head like this, and that's going to compress the trap, the neck extensors. I can bring my hands down, back up. I can do big circle with my arms here. I can lift my head a little bit as well, very slowly. That's going to also basically massage the tissue in a different way. I can work on shoulder protraction and retraction here. You can see my shoulders are going up and forward, then they're coming down and back. Again, just massaging that tissue a little bit different of a way. And then if you want to do any of that with your hips up high in a bridge position, this is just going to compress the area a little bit more intensely, adding more weight and pressure to it. And then again, you could do whatever arm motion, head motion, protraction, retraction that you would like in this position. You could turn your head a little bit as well, play with that. Now for this one, I would like you to try 3 minutes, okay? Not 2, not 2.5, go for 3 minutes. And you might feel like, oh, I'm a little bit taller after. You feel the extension in your neck get much better after that. So now, the next one, we're going to travel down the spine a little bit further. We're going to go to TL junction, thoracolumbar junction, which we've done before. even fairly recently, and we're just kind of working our way down the spine in these critical areas. For me, I find that in my clients, these areas get really tight, as I've already said, because we're hunching a lot. So just a reminder, TL junction is where the thoracic spine meets the lumbar spine, and that tends to be near the bottom of your rib cage. So this is my bottom rib here. And if I go into my spine, where I find that I can kind of put my thumbs into my side, under my ribs, going into my spinal extensors. Okay, this is the TL junction. And we're going to use the double ball again. I'm just using a firmer one. Put it in that area, and we're going to recline back. This time I'll do it side profile. Okay, my feet are close to my butt. Now when we're here, something to be considerate of is not allowing your rib cage to flare up. Okay? So you don't want to just arch your back so that you have no compression on the ball. So what you'll notice is I'm actually going to pull my rib cage down, kind of doing like a little pelvic tilt and crunching my rib cage down. And that's going to compress that TL junction. I'm going to take a couple breaths here just to ease into it. And then what really ends up exposing the areas, if you cross your arms like this, for whatever reason, when you lengthen your lats, wrap your arms around your body, it really exposes that TL junction. So now here you can see my breath. As I breathe in, my stomach's going to rise, and as I exhale, my stomach's going to fall. And then when you're done, this is very important, after you've completed 3 minutes here as well, you're going to roll off to one side or the other. You're not going to do a sit-up straight forward. I'm just going to tilt to the side, and then there I am done. Okay, and the very last area that you're going to do on both legs is going to be the IT band as we get closer to the knee. So with the double ball again, you can see actually pretty nicely as I lift my leg here. We've talked about IT band before. This is the IT band as it goes through my knee. This is my vastus lateralis quadricep muscle. Okay, we want to go into the muscle tissue right where the tendon goes into the muscle tissue, which is maybe 2 or 3 inches above the knee. And then I'm going to put that leg down on the ground. Okay. We've done certain things where we have the double ball here. This is an accessory, a bicycle motion where this adds a little bit more compression. If you want to do this version of it, go ahead and add that bigger supernova softball size ball right here. But if you don't want to do it like that and you want to just focus on that IT band of this bottom leg, then you can move this foot either in front or behind. But then from here, we're going to do contract, relax, where we straighten this bottom leg and also bend the bottom leg. Now, remember that before contract, relax, you want to just relax for a minute. Okay, so for 1 minute, you're just hanging out on the double ball. Let the roller sink into the tissue. You can just adapt and breathe. If it's painful, you want to just calm your system down before you start to move. And then after that first minute is when you begin to contract and relax in both directions for another minute. So it's 2 minutes per leg. The first minute is just relaxing. The second minute is contracting and relaxing. Okay, so that is mobility for the day. We're going to move on to Tier 2, core activation. I'll see you in a minute. Bye-bye.